Hi, I'd like to show you how a number line can be used to illustrate a mathematical solution. First of all, we must draw ourselves a good number line. The characteristics of a good number line are as follows. A ruler should be used to graph a straight edge. The scale on the ruler can be transferred to the scale on our number line. Depending on the region to be graphed, we can indicate 0 if required, but convention tells us that we always use numbers that are getting larger to the right and getting smaller to the left. The scale can be units, as the one shown below, so we are counting by 1, 2, 3, or the scale can be tens, 10, 20, 30, or hundreds, 100, 200, 300. That will all depend on the data that you are given. It is important that the spaces between the markings are equal and that the counting is regular because we are using the scale to convey or give reliable information. Finally, arrows are drawn on the ends of the line to show that we are only plotting a small region of a graph that can go on forever. Once a clear number line is drawn, we can begin to illustrate the solution to our particular problem. So if we take a look at the question we are given, we are asked to plot x is greater than or equal to -3 and x is an element of the reals. A quick recollection will tell you that the real numbers include the natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, whole numbers, including 0, and negative numbers, as well as all the fractions and decimals in between. To illustrate that on the number line, we use a solid line. Next, locate -3 on your scale. Because we are talking about values that are greater than -3, then we shade our line to the right. You can quickly test this by putting 0 into your solution. Because 0 is greater than -3, it is a part of our solution, so we have shaded in the correct direction. Finally, we do want to indicate that -3 is a part of our solution because we are plotting x greater than or equal to -3. So we use a shaded or filled circle to illustrate that -3 is part of the solution. That would complete our answer to x is greater than or equal to -3. X is an element of the reals on a number line. We are asked, how would the graph be different if x was just greater than -3? Since -3 is not a part of the solution, on our graph, if this was the -3, we would show that with an open circle, indicating that -3 is not a part of the solution. And we'll illustrate that in the next graph. So in this case, we're asked to illustrate the solution x is less than 3. And again, x is an element of the reals. So we do use a solid line because we're talking about the real numbers. You do locate 3 on your number line. But because we're talking about values that are less than 3, we shade to the left of the line. In other words, in this direction. Finally, since 3 is not part of the solution, we indicate this with an open circle. So the graph of x is less than 3 would be that pictured. Again, we're asked, how would the graph be different for x is less than or equal to 3? When you have 3 on your scale, in this case, you would indicate that with a shaded circle, indicating that indeed 3 is part of your solution. I hope that that's helped you.